Hey everybody, in today's video I'm going to be walking you through all of the basic settings on the Armitron 40-8252 watch. Now I understand you might not want to see all of these videos, so I will put links to the different chapters in the description below. That way you can jump to whatever video you want to for whatever setting. We're going to start with the most basic setting most people are interested in. That's how to set the time and how to set the date. So from our main timekeeping screen, we're going to start by pressing and holding the reset button. It's the top button on the left hand side. You're going to press and hold it, and it will take you into your settings for your time. The very first thing that will be blinking is your second indicator. This little circle up here goes with the seconds. If you want to reset your seconds to 0, you're going to press the top right button. That will reset to 0. You're going to be using this button a lot. That's the first setting, is your seconds. To move to the next setting, you're going to press the mode button. It's the bottom left button on the watch. If I press it once, it takes me to my hour value. Again, I can use the top right button to advance my hour values. You can't use a button to go down, so you're always going to be going forward and then cycling through, but you can press and hold to go quicker. Once you've got your hour value set, you're going to simply press the mode button to go to your next setting, which is your minutes. It's going to work just the same as it did with the hour. We're going to use the top right button to advance, or you can press and hold the top right button to advance quickly. Press the mode button another time. This is a little bit tricky because you don't really know what this value is. That is your year. So it's 2024. I'm going to put 24 there. You don't see the first two digits. You're in the 24th year of the millennium. Press the mode button again. It's going to take you to your month. Again, you can use the top right button to adjust the month. Press the mode button again. It'll take you to your date, or day of the calendar, I should say, day of the month. Once you've got that set, press the mode button again, and you've successfully gone through your time and your date settings. When you're done, at any point, it doesn't matter if you're on the hours, the minutes, the year, simply press the top left button. That will save your changes, take you out of the time and date setting. We've successfully set our time and date. To switch between 12-hour and 24-hour format while you're in your main timekeeping mode, all you're going to do is press the top right button. You'll notice the PM indicator here lets you know that you're in 12-hour format. If I press top right button, it switches it to 24-hour format. Now we're seeing a 24-hour value, and we are no longer seeing the AM PM indicator. If you want to change it back, press the top right button. A simple toggle of the top right button. To use the stopwatch mode from the main timekeeping, you're simply going to press the mode button, bottom left button, one time. That'll take you into your stopwatch. It's pretty simple. Once you're in here, you have the STP button up at the top right. That's start, stop, resume, and then while stopped, if you want to reset, you're going to press the reset button, which is the top left button. While it's running, if you wanted to do a split time, instead of pressing stop to stop it, you would press the top left button, and there's your split. So if you're running and you hit your first lap or your first mile and you want to see what your mile value is, you've got it right there to release your split. Again, press the top left button, and your stopwatch has been running the whole time, and your split has been released. Again, once it's stopped, you'll press the reset button to reset everything back to 0. Nice thing about the stopwatch on this watch is you always have your current time being displayed down here at the bottom. This watch has an up to 24-hour countdown timer, and to get to that timer, you're going to simply press the mode button 2 times. You'll see a mode that says TR, and that's going to be your countdown timer. Now, 000 is 24 hours. I can simply press the top right button, which is your start and stop button. That will begin my countdown timer. Nice thing about this watch is you've always got your current time being displayed. You don't have to stay in the countdown timer mode. You can go to any other mode. Just like with stopwatch, it will be running in the background. When you want to stop your timer, you can simply press the top right button to stop it. If you need to resume it, again, you press the top right button. While it's stopped, if you want to reset it, you're going to press the reset button. That will put you back to 0. Now, you'll notice it started blinking there. If I wanted to reset my timer value, so we did a 24-hour timer, I could press the top left button one time and we will see a blinking value for my hours. I could press the top right button and I could adjust those hours to whatever I want to, anywhere between 0 and 24. Let's just do 1 hour. If I press the mode button, it will take me to my minutes. Again, we could use the top right button to adjust our minutes. Nice thing about this watch is if I press mode again, it'll take me to my seconds. I could even set a to the second timer. So now we've got a 1 hour, 5 minute, and 5 second timer. Once you've got your value set correctly, you're gonna press the top left button, and now we've changed our default start time value for our timer, and we can press start and begin from this point. You might be wondering, I'm gonna go ahead and stop and I'm gonna reset it. We could even set a second timer. So I could go here, change the hours to 0, press mode, change the minutes to 0. Press mode again. I can adjust my seconds. Let's just do a 30-second timer, for example. And then I'm going to press the top left button to confirm it. And now we have a 30-second timer. Pretty nice. I'll say this, especially for this price point, it's hard to find a watch that gives you a second value in your countdown timer. As always, once you're done, you can reset it. I should also mention, if I get out of the timer mode and I go back to it, it will always remember what was the last default value you had set. That's how we use the countdown timer mode. To turn on the hourly signal on the watch, you're simply going to go to the alarm mode and toggle on the hourly signal. At a glance, you can tell whether or not you have your hourly signal turned on because you'll see a little bell icon on any of the watch faces, no matter what mode you're on. We're gonna go ahead and press the mode button 3 times. You should end up on a screen that looks just like this. You have AL on the top, and then you've got 2 zeros here. You cannot adjust the hourly signal. All you're gonna do here is you're gonna simply press the top right button to turn it on or turn it off. On or off. Once you've got it set the way you want, you're simply gonna press the mode button a few times, get back to the main timekeeping, and you've successfully turned on your hourly signal. This watch has 5 different alarms as well as the hourly signal. At a glance from any screen, you can tell whether you have at least one of your alarms turned on. This little bell icon is showing you that you have your hourly signal on, but you will see a different icon if you have your alarm turned on. So let's go look at the alarms. We're gonna simply press the mode button 3 times. That will take us to our alarm mode. It will always drop you in on your hourly signal. You're gonna use the bottom right button to toggle through your different alarms. So we've got alarm number 1, alarm number 2, alarm number 3, alarm number 4, alarm number 5. On any one of these, it doesn't have to be the first one, you can simply turn it on by pressing the top right button. So I'm on alarm number 5, I hit the top right button, I've successfully turned on that alarm. I can go turn on a second alarm. So I'm on alarm number 2, I turn that one on as well. Turn on as many as you want. The one thing I'll mention is you can never tell which alarms or how many alarms you have turned on unless you're in this alarm mode cycling through each individual alarm. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off number 5, and let's go and let's set one of these. I'm on alarm number 2, it's set for 12 a.m. What if I don't want it to go off at 12 a.m.? When you're on the given alarm that you want to adjust, you're simply going to press the reset button 1 time and you will see your hour indicator start blinking. Now I'm simply going to use the top right button. I can press or I can press and hold it to cycle through my hour values quickly. Now you're noticing the AM PM indicator over here. That's because I've got my time being displayed in 12-hour format. If I had my time in 24-hour format, we would not see that. We would see the values in 24-hour format. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set my hour. Once you've got your hour value set, you can press the mode button. That will take you to your minute value. And again, you're gonna use the top right button to adjust your minute. Now, if I press mode again, it's just gonna take me right back to the hour. So at this point, you're kind of just in your editor between your hours and your minutes. Again, for alarm number 2, when I'm done, I can simply press the top left button and we've successfully changed our time for alarm number 2. If I needed to change it for a different alarm, all I would do is press the bottom right button, go to that given alarm and do the exact same thing we did before. Press the top left button and adjust that given alarm. You'll notice this alarm is turned off. If I was to do that, if the alarm is off and you go in to adjust it, by default it will automatically turn the alarm on. I'm not going to adjust this one, so I'm going to just simply press that button again, get out of the editor. But again, I would need to press the top right button if I wanted to turn that off. It's pretty simple. Again, let's go through and pick one of them. Alarm number 1, I'm going to turn on. I wanted to show you, we've got this icon showing that I've got at least one of my alarms turned on. I've got my current time being displayed down here. I can go to any other mode and you will always see that indicator telling you that you have at least one of your alarms turned on. This watch has what's called the T2 mode or dual time mode. What it's going to do is it's going to allow you to view the time in a different time zone versus your current time. It will follow whatever time format you've got. So if we look at my current time here, it's being displayed in 12-hour format. That's why we're seeing the PM indicator. To get to our T2 mode, we're going to press the mode button 4 times. You're going to end up in a mode that looks like this. It's going to say T2. Basically what it's showing here is in the middle we have our time value for our second time zone or our T2 time. And then at the bottom in every mode, you've always got your current time or your home city time. So 1:16 p.m. is my current time, and I'm tracking another time zone, which is 11:17 a.m. If I wanted to adjust that, I could press the top left button while I'm in the T2 mode, and my hour indicator will start blinking. Now, this isn't like a Casio watch where you go pick a city code for the second time zone you want to track. You're going to simply manually adjust it. So I'm going to press the top right button while that hour indicator is blinking to go choose the hour of the time zone that I'm wanting to follow. Once I've got my hour value set, I can press the mode button. That will take me to my minute value. Minute value is a little bit interesting on this watch because it's predefined where it has to be either the same minute value as your current time or a 30-minute increment difference. We're not going to be able to adjust the seconds, and we can't adjust anything different than our current minutes or 30 minutes. You'll see that when I press this top right button, it toggles to either 6:48, which is 30 minutes from my current time, or 6:18. I can't choose anything in between then because according to Armitron, that wouldn't be a valid time zone, so you can't track that. So set your minute value to whatever you want. If you needed to go back to your hour, you could press the mode button. It'll take you back to your hour. And again, you could adjust it. Once you've got it set the way you want, you're simply going to press the top left button, and we've successfully adjusted our T2 time. So now we've got our current time and our T2 time. I'm going to go ahead and press the mode button 2 times to go back to the main timekeeping screen. All I wanted to show you is I'm going to press the top right button to toggle to 24-hour format. If we go to our T2 mode, we will see that our T2 time is in 24-hour format as well. There's no more AM PM indicator. My current time is showing in 24-hour format. My T2 time is also in 24-hour format. The last mode on this watch is what's called pacer mode. If you're like me, you're sitting there wondering, now what in the world is pacer mode? Basically what it's going to do is it's going to give you an audible beep for so many beeps per minute so you can help set a pace. If you're walking, if you're running, if you're swimming, it helps in terms of setting your pace. I'm going to show you how to use this. It's not a feature I plan on using, but somebody out there might be interested in it. We're going to start by pressing the mode button 5 times to get to this mode. It is the last mode, and it's going to be indicated with a PA. When you get in, you're going to have a blinking indicator in the middle, and then you'll have your current time displayed down here at the bottom. This blinking indicator is the number of beats per minute you want to use to set your pace. You can press the top left button to adjust this. I will show you all your different values. So you've got 10, 20, 30, all the way up to 320. Whenever you're ready to start it, get on the value you want. You're simply going to press the start stop button, top right button, and it will begin pacer mode. Now I'm going to show you here, I've got it set for 10. So it's rather slow. Remember, that's 10 beeps per minute. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. and let's change and let's go to a higher pace. So we'll do something more like 240. And you can see, because it's going to get in 240 beeps in a minute, it's a much quicker pace. But that's basically how you use the pacer mode. If I press the mode button, it will kick me out. It's not like the stopwatch or the timer where mode will leave it running in the background. When you get out of pacer mode, you've stopped your pacer. So if you're wanting to use it, you have to be in that mode and you can't get out of it. So it takes you back into the mode, it's going to drop you back in. Choose the value you want, press the stop button, take off with your walk, your jog, whatever it is you're doing. That's a quick look at pacer mode. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it beneficial. If so, likes and subscription are always appreciated. I only have one more feature to show you, and that's everybody's favorite feature, the backlight. Unlike Casio watches, you can't adjust your backlight, and this watch does not have the automatic backlight. So if you're wanting to be able to tilt your wrist towards you and have the light come on, unfortunately that's not a feature on this watch. The backlight is 3 seconds and there's no adjusting that. This bottom right button is going to be your backlight button. I'm going to turn off my overhead light just to give you an idea. You simply turn it on and that's what the backlight looks like. I'll try to make it as dark as possible in here to give you an idea of what it looks like. It's pretty cool. It lights up really well. Really easy to see. Again, you're going to have to press the button, but other than that, really no negatives with regard to the backlight. Let me go into a different mode just so you can get an idea. Let's go to the T2 mode. That concludes all of the features on the Armitron watch. Thanks for watching.